Hey everybody, this is Larry. This is me doing admin of code day 5. If you're wondering why I'm not doing it live, competing this year, it's because I'm in Taiwan. I'm in Kenting National Park right now doing this hike. Let me know what you think. I'll do a really short clip of the drone video. You can fast forward if you like. And then we'll do day 5 together. Let's do it. Hey everybody, hope you enjoyed the intro. Day 5 of the admin of code. I'm excited to start this. Let me know if you have any comments. Let me know if you have any comments. I have a new time splitter thing. Hopefully I get it right. I don't know if it's hard to, I don't know if I'm going to use it correctly for first time, but we'll try. We'll try, all right? So I think I'm ready. So let's get to it. There's so many things to click before I go. So yeah. All right. 1. Oh, why do I keep counting up? 3, 2, 1. Go. No, 1 button already. I only have 1 window, even though it looks like I'm doing a lot. But anyway, okay, let's go. Oh, I have to do this part first. Okay. What am I doing? There's a lot of reading. Okay, let's see. You have some seats. Okay. What is seat to so? 1598 with a range length of 2. The source. Okay. I think I get it, but what are we doing? Okay, fine. Our map corresponds to the same destination number. Okay, fine. The lowest location. I see. There's a lot of translations. Okay. And then it goes to location. Okay. Oh no, I posted by accident. Okay, I mean, you're maxing the wrong things. Okay, so I just have to input it in so I can kind of take a look. I have a thing that let me chunks. Okay, yeah, I think that's box. See what gets. I think those are my things. Okay, it does stuff. Let me make sure that it does the right thing. I need to practice more. Not practice, but just like, okay, fine. So now this does what I expected to do, I think. Okay, so then now the first block is going to be seats. Oh, I do have a thing. Maybe not. I think I feel like I have a thing. Oh no, it's this of this. That's why. Okay, so I do have a thing that I've done in my past, but I forgot to look at it. And it looks like it's correct. Okay, fine. Now we have all the seats. Then now I only get the numbers. And then now. Oh wow, these are very big numbers, huh? So I can't just, I was hoping it was smaller, but okay. Okay, so for seed and the seeds, min is equal to some big number. Some big number, okay, and then now min is equal to min, get seed, and then we just print out min, maybe, right? And then now the order function. So now we have a seed, we go, okay, for each block, for block in blocks, what do? We, at least in consecutive order, huh? So we can just go, okay, right? So, okay. See, so for each block from the first one on, and okay, so then now for each block in blocks, okay. Current is equal to seed, current is equal to get B for get block of current, right? And return current. Okay. For each block, we have a input, and then now we ignore the first part, and then now we go for the second part, right? For x source, this destination source, right? It's destination source range. Range is a thing, so okay, fine. In scan numbers, in I don't know if I'm writing it correctly, so I'm going to write it correctly. Whatever. So it's equal to scan numbers of line. Right. Let's print it real quick. Two were given, of course. Int object not iterable. Oh, right, of course. Let's just look for the test. Looks maybe right. I don't know. Okay, yeah, looks right. Looks what I expected anyway. Okay, so then now, if x is between source and source plus r, not inclusive, I think. 2 is so -1. Then otherwise we return x as a default, so actually that's pretty good. So then otherwise we return x minus source plus destination. Okay, we get 35. We get this ridiculous number. Let's see. Okay, I had to turn off the split. 8 minutes. That's okay. All right, part 2. Did it do it right? Okay, whatever. We're gonna start with seeds. Range of seed numbers. Okay. Lines come in pairs. Within each pair, the sign describes 79 contains 14 values. Okay. Okay. Okay, that actually should be pretty straightforward if I am not being an idiot. For seed and seeds, how did there's a thing to skip it every two, but I think that I actually even have it on top for grouper, but whatever. Yeah. Get seeds of I plus 1. Okay, and then now to get, what is it called? So to start and then range, right? So no, let's just do it this way. Though you could, it probably is a little bit smarter than that, but okay, get 2, right? Get 2, start range, right? For seed and range from start plus R. Yeah, okay. Why am I so slow? Get seed. $46. Wow, this is slow, isn't it? I didn't look at the input, so that may be why. Okay, so okay, so that means that it means we're doing too much. I mean, it's not that hard to think about it. It's just that I didn't look at it. I didn't think about it. Okay, so because this is doing like 3 million, this is doing 300 million, this is doing 200 million. So I wonder if this actually runs quicker in other languages, but and I don't. This is too slow anyway. Okay. Because I'm doing too many scan numbers. I mean, it probably is faster, but it's still doing 200. 1 billion. I mean, it's like doing a couple billion operations, so we could probably do it. So okay. Because you're basically doing like intersection between a lot of things, maybe. Well, we're also being lazy here, to be honest. We should be able to reduce this to over 1 or something, or over log n anyway. And just like binary search. For every block, or we could do it in reverse. For every block, we do all the numbers together. That's the thing, right? The min doesn't always have to get the min, so yeah, this is hard. Okay, I have to actually give it some thought. There are a couple of ways you can attack this, and I'm trying to think about. Oops, what did I do? Oh, what did I do? Okay, how do I want to do it? Okay, I don't have a desk, so that's why I'm like a little bit awkward. It's very uncomfortable. I'm like the weird guy in the corner. Just looking at this for some inspiration. These ranges can be pretty big. Can I look backwards? What does that mean, looking backwards? I don't know. I am also just running in the background while thinking. That's what I'm doing. What is the best way to do all these interval stuff? Let's say you have an interval and then you try to figure out what intervals you have left. This is also a thing that maybe I could be using another language for. I forget that I have to figure out how to set up C Python, because I feel like it is slow, but it's not. It should still run in time if I'm a little bit faster about these inputs. It's only I don't know. It's actually 618 million is a lot. Can I look at this backwards location? Like I could be like, oh, is there any number that is 6.2? I mean, I think I just have to bite the bullet and do with intervals. Okay, how am I doing with intervals? Oops. Okay, so the smallest seed, and then we have to figure out, what do I have to figure out? The intersection. What does that mean if two ranges intersect? That means that, okay, so we have initial seeds. Okay. Okay, let's say we have this, right? So this is a range, right? And then now we have to see. Six. Right, and then now we have to see. Okay, so then now for block and blocks, 6 is equal to get B of blocks X, say. Right, and then now we get all the segments. Okay, how do we do that? Also, I should not remove this. I want to keep this actually. We'll get block 2. Oops. So I think I want to keep it for whatever reason. You never know. Block and segments. And then now, what are we doing? Okay, so then now for, okay, so return is, right? for segment in 6. This is actually a little bit wrong. It should be this. Okay, for seg in 6. You can store that in the 6. Should be inclusive. So then now we okay, now for line in block and we just split them, right? So okay, so with how do I do the thing again? If this is or right? Is that right? Man, I'm so out of shape with this. I think that's right? I didn't make this up. I mean, this part is right, but it doesn't take account the other thing being totally inside it or something. I feel like there's a I'm really bad at this. Okay, so what happens? The range changes if this thing actually, I guess if either one. Why am I so bad? Also, we using R. Let's I'm keep trying to think I in the background, like in my head, like is there an easier way to do this, but I don't know. So okay, what are the critical points, right, on this one? That means that if okay, I think the other way I should write this is if this is the case, then the critical point would be source, right? So we want to okay, let me rethink this. Maybe critical points is the better way of doing it. So basically for this block, for this segment, we want to get critical points. Okay, so let's say we have something like this. Now what does that mean? The way that I'm doing is very weird. So let's say we have doing it a dumb way? What am I doing? Is there a smarter way? What's the answer for the first part? Hey, what are you doing? Oh my god. Just gives 35. Wait, what? Oh wait, no, that's the answer. That's actually ridiculously big, so I don't know that, I was going to see if maybe we can figure this out a little bit based on that, but maybe not. Okay. Wow. How am I doing on time? Wow, 18 minutes. So I'm definitely not doing well on this one. Am I missing something funky? I mean, I think I could do something. Actually, maybe I could have done something a little bit smarter. Because I'm just trying to find critical points. So maybe I don't need to find critical points quite in that way. What was I going to do? Oh yeah, this is for x in range from start plus r. Equals min of get x. I guess get x. I don't know why I wrote it that way. Okay, so this times out, of course. Or at least, I don't know. Does this time out? It's still running. Oh, great. Alright, so then now, instead, maybe we can do it by 1,000. Is this faster? Looks like not enough. I was just going to do like, not a binary search, but find critical points that way. Okay, so first part I got 85, which is obviously too slow. Alright, so then now, right? If basically are we looking for an inversion? No, but okay, fine. So, So the range is 10,000 is roughly square root, right? So that's why I kind of picked it that way, but whatever. Fast is zero current, but if current is not equal to delta. If this is not equal to what was it not equal to? Last. So plus delta, so it's last plus delta maybe. Then we want to try min get to start delta divided by 10 maybe, I don't know. Okay. So basically we skip over the things that don't matter maybe. Don't know if that's true. If delta is greater than 1 and this. Maybe? Is this 1 at all? I think that's the first one, right? Or the thing part, right? This is still not running. Let me run another. Let me run another instance. I was hoping that would work, to be honest. Oh, no, that's why. Because this isn't right. What I mean is go from x minus x. So the current number is x, and then x minus delta. Okay. Okay, that is really wrong. Okay, last is not infinity. Maybe that. Still wrong though. I thought that may work. But okay, I see why this is not working for that input, because the gaps are too small for the initial gap is too big for that. But if delta is bigger than start it's all delta is equal to 1. Maybe that'll fix it. Okay, at least it fixed the input. It's still too slow though. Try 100. Let me try a big initial. I don't know how. I have to do something to determine progress. I mean, there's some minor things that we can do, like we already calculated for x and x minus delta, so we could do +1 -1, but that's just like not that much work. Okay, so it's still not even doing even one things correctly, or fast enough, that is. And that's just 100 numbers, right? Why does it take so long for 100 numbers? Am I doing something funky? Really have to figure out how to see. Is that just 100 numbers? That does look like it's 100 numbers, so then why is it not why am I doing more than that? Start. Oh, I am dumb. This is that is the end range. So we want actually it is x minus delta and then delta. Okay, I am just dumb. Okay, but is this right? So that's why I was going so slowly, but is it actually right? Which is the more pressing problem. We'll see. Let's see. It's a freebie. Alright. Oh, have to click on the thingy, right? I mean, that's okay. I did spend a long time on debugging. I actually like the idea that I did. I'll go over in a sec. Actually, that was really fast. Is it really fast and right though? Because really fast and wrong is easy. Yeah. Let me check real quick. What is the leaderboard and stuff like this? On 5, right? Both stars. I mean, 26 minutes. Like I was very slow, but how much of that time I spent debugging? And I think I was just trying too funky. Part 1 I did okay. Part 1 I would have been top 100. Part 2 I was too slow. I mean, part 100 by a little bit, not by that much. That was not that bad to do. I just kind of, did I do anything weird on part 1? Not really. I mean, I think I did okay. I probably could have been a little bit faster. But no, this looks pretty okay, to be honest. I think I missed, I just slowed on the reading. But part 2 I should have gotten much faster. I wonder what people did, because I mean I know that there are a lot of probably interval E things, but I also like my approach, to be honest, because I think to go over it a little bit, the idea that let me actually put this on the thing, on the Discord, because yeah. I did like my approach, to be honest. But because I think that a lot of the approaches that I wanted to do was interval E related, and then I end up doing this, but then I had some debugging issues, but I like my approach, because the idea here, so sorry, let me actually go over it. My idea here is only certain things matter, right? Only certain numbers matter. And actually, I don't even need, I thought that I didn't need to do this that high. Let me try it a little bit. Let me try 10,000 as well, because that's why I was like, okay, maybe 10,000 was still good. No, I mean, that's still pretty fast. I mean, it's not that slow. Wait, that's the right answer, right? Let me double check again. Yeah, I mean, yeah. So I really should have gotten this earlier. I have to kind of look at the clock later, or look at the tape later to see how much I spent on debugging, because I had this pretty quickly. I mean, once I had the idea, I implemented quickly. Not that I got the idea quickly, but but basically the idea that for this problem, for part two, the core part is that the only critical points, and when I call critical points, I mean like interesting points, like the only points where it matter, it there's something interesting happens, right? And the way that I did it, and because let me actually draw something out real quick. Hang on. Let me set up my drawer. Keeping in mind that I'm traveling right now, so I don't have my my drawing set up. Okay. Okay. Just a little bit out of the way. Okay, fine. It's good enough, right? Hopefully it is. Okay. So basically, you can. So I think the basic way to think about it. How come this? What's my my thing doesn't have the toolbox. Oh, there it is. That's weird. I'm just using paintbrush, but I doesn't have to. Man, I don't know how to do anything. I'm like an old guy. Let me bring it up again. Maybe I pressed some shortcut keys that deleted it. There we go. How come it's like okay? But yeah, but basically the idea is that okay, let's say so you look at the obvious thing is that they tell you to look at each range, and of course we can without loss of generality just look at one range. You can loop over it. It shouldn't be that bad, right? So then now you have this range, and this maps to. I'm going to do for visualization. I'm going to do two mappings, but like let's say you know they're just two mappings and the two layers of mapping. There could be more, and something like this, right? So these are the mappings. Maybe you can say that you know visually. You could say this corresponds to this, maybe, and maybe like this corresponds to this, and so forth, right? Some mapping, and then now, and of course, there's some other third layer, right, that has some mappings to some number, and of course, they don't have to look like what I did. Actually, like for example, it could be that this beginning of the range maps to here and so forth, right? And you know, that's just crazy mapping. You can visualize this part, right? The insight that I had is that, I mean, the first insight is actually not that bad hard, right? Which means that most numbers are not important. Um, yeah, most numbers are not that important. And then the second part is that, I mean, maybe like, you know, you have this idea of, from bisection or binary search where, you know, you break them up into halves and then see what happens, right? And this is not quite binary search, obviously, but it is kind of that idea with respect to, okay, the idea behind that, okay, so let's say you have this number and then you have this number here, like some range away. If if both of these map to the same range, oops, let me change the color real quick. If both of these are in the same range, meaning for whatever reason, then, and for most numbers are not interesting. They may not even map to any of the original maps or whatever. I don't know, actually. I don't know how it breaks down, but you know, if they're not interesting, then the end result is going to be, you know, this goes all the way through all the layers. End result is going to be some. Let's say this is a sub 0. Sorry, I'm drawing my finger on the touchpad. So yeah, and this is a sub 1 or a sub 0 plus some delta plus d, right? If it's not interesting, it's just going to be some f sub f of a of 0. Right? Does this come up? Oh man, this drawing is terrible. Sorry, friends. And this number would map to, for the layers, obviously f of a sub 0 plus D. And if it's not interesting, this is actually just equal to F. Sorry, friends. I'm apologizing a lot, but it is kind of awful. Plus D, right? And if this is the case, then that means that nothing inside is interesting, right? Because then now, in a continuous kind of way, you can just assume. Actually, is that true? It's probably not true, actually, I think because of the way that I did it. Maybe I think actually I just got a little bit lucky, but I mean, yes and no. I mean, I think I got a little lucky in the sense that this won't work in a general input. But part of it is that I did look at the input. I noticed that all the ranges, like if you look at all the mappings, all the map ranges are kind of on the order of like a million or whatever, right? So it is true that in a general sense, to be frank, and remember though, for every of code, you only have to solve for your input. You don't have to solve for general case. You don't have to be cool. You don't have to be smart. You have to solve for your input. You can do it manually if you want. Some people have done problems manually in the past, right? And for this one, I think the thing that I noticed was that all the ranges are huge on the mappings. Like I wonder what the smallest mapping is, but I think it's I don't know, but it's many digits for most of them. There aren't any small ones that I could really tell. All the ranges like I don't know, say a million, maybe, I mean, we could run a loop or something if it makes you feel better, but and you can let me know what your min is, but it seems like it's at least 1 or 2 million or something like this, million or tens of millions, right? And in that case, of course, just by pigeonhole, if you choose a small enough delta, then this is going to be the case, right? Of course, if your general input includes the ranges of mappings to like let's say in the worst case, just have one number, then then you're gonna miss it because you missed that one number that corresponds to the min. But in this case, all the ranges are big enough. And because all the ranges are big enough, this will do as long as your delta is reasonably small enough. And this case, because of that, and we could maybe even just like if we really want to be hardcore about it, we can actually just do something like let's see, right? So we could do something like for line in block 1 right? Oh, you're not seeing me type side. I'm just typing some code to get the min R just for science. Block not defined. Not defined. Oh, blocks. Where does it? Where did I print it? I have some technical difficulties. Yeah, so it seems like the smallest range is 500,000 for my input. So if you do anything smaller than 500,000 by pigeonhole, I think that should be good. I think I did 100,000 initially. Yeah. Well, I think I did 1 million, but I think 100,000 is safe. 10,000 is also safe. Depends on how you want to do it as well. Yes, so if I did 100,000 and I did delta is equal to 10, this actually gives me the wrong answer. So I'm a little bit lucky of choosing the constants, but I definitely intentionally chose them so that they're conservative. So yeah, 100,000 should. Yeah, I don't know. I think some of it is that I'm lucky. I think, but because I think the minimum R is 500,000, but that's not good enough that your search range is that low. Maybe we can even, let's see what happens if I do 1,000. I mean, it would definitely be slower, and if I chose it to 10, would that be fast enough? I mean, it still takes a while, so I guess I would have. I mean, and I think the other thing is that I accept the possibility of getting wrong answer, right? So, yeah. Like I knew that this wasn't going to be 100% foolproof because I didn't have a mathematical proof for it. I thought it was just YOLO a little bit. But this is basically my core idea to kind of remove a good chunk of that range. And let's go back to the code real quick. And basically here is that I go, okay, if this is interesting, that means that there is a critical point in there somewhere in which the numbers change. So then now we do a recursion on a smaller delta, more refined delta to figure it out. Yeah, I think you could have done. But yeah, I think to be honest, some of it is just that a little bit lucky. I don't know that this worked for all inputs, at least not with these constants. I think the idea probably is good, and even if you just if you just do the deltas equal to 1,000, that saves you like 1,000 times optimization, more or less, right? So is it still running? I forgot that I had it running. But yeah, if we did it this way with 1,010, we find commit quite a bit. And I think if I had gotten the wrong answer, I would have tweaked the constants a little bit so that I do get that. But luckily, we didn't have to. Man, this is tricky. Definitely took a while. Yeah. I think the right way to do it, to be honest, which I didn't do. I was thinking about doing, but I think I was just way. Yeah, let me see if I could do it the right way. But it's just that you do the. I got started on it if you saw me, which is that I basically just trying to find critical points where things change, and you could do that by splitting the ranges to the numbers. But I think I just had a mental block, honestly, on exactly what segment overlap does. Shouldn't be that bad, but I don't know. Today is just. But I would have been top 100 on part one. So it just actually on delta is equal to 1,000. So that means that we try for every 1,000 number. It would have only taken 18 seconds. So not great, but also we could have waited out because it's already 1,000 times faster, right? Than just doing it naively. So if you want to naively say times data by 1,000, what is that? 18 seconds times 1,000 seconds, over 60, so it's 300 minutes. 5 minutes. It took longer than 5 minutes, though. I don't know. Don't know why it took longer than 5 minutes then. Oh, I mean, it's 1,000 faster if. I mean, I don't know. I don't get why. Then it doesn't take so long. Was 18 seconds times Oh, my math is wrong. In what world does 18 seconds times 1,000? 18,000 seconds. Seconds to minutes. 300 minutes. Okay. Yeah. I 5 hours, not 5 minutes. Oh, 5 hours. Yeah. So we made it 5 hours instead. Okay. We saved 5 hours. Anyway, the right way to do this is to do the segment chunking thing. But today I'm blanking out on how to do it. Like I know how to do it and I could work it out, but I felt like it would have taken me like 20 minutes or something, or maybe even longer. So that's why, and a lot of debugging if it doesn't go right. Um, yeah. Sorry, friends. But yeah, that's all I have for this one. Let me know what you think. And yeah, I'll see y'all soon. Bye bye.